In the late 19th century, shaving wasn't a morning routine. It was a life-threatening chore. You either risked your throat at a barber or used a straight razor that required the steady hand of a surgeon. Then came King Cam Gillette. He didn't just invent a razor, he invented a way to make money while the world slept. It's called the razor and blade model. Sell the handle for cheap and charge them for the blades for the rest of their lives. This is the story of how one piece of disposable steel built a $50 billion empire. King C. Gillette was an American businessman with something different in his mind. In 1901, he partnered with engineer William Nickerson to create the first safety razor with disposable blades. The growth was explosive. For the first time, a man could shave safely in his own home. No stropping, no honing, just a fresh edge every week. By 1904, Gillette's biggest marketing move wasn't an ad. It was a war. In 1917, the US government issued Gillette razors to every soldier heading to Europe. By the time World War I ended, 3.5 million soldiers were addicted to the convenience of a Gillette shave. They came home and kept buying blades. Gillette hadn't just won a contract, they had colonized the habits of an entire generation. An old commercial of Gillette exhibiting the comfort of a shave.
Harry, make sure you get a close shave and don't cut yourself. You gotta look good for the wedding pictures.
Don't worry, this is a track too. 2 blades, but recessed so they're safe.
Then how are you gonna shave close?
When the first blade shaves a whisker, it lifts it out from the face. And before it all snaps back, the second blade can shave it again, closer. And don't ask if I can shave twice with my 1-blade razor.
Couldn't you just shave twice with your 1-blade razor?
The whisker snaps back too fast.
Harry, look at your daughter.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
The Track 2 razor, Gillette made it 1 blade better.
From the 50s to the 90s, Gillette entered a cycle of perpetual innovation. If a competitor made a blade, Gillette made 2. If 2 were the standard, they made 3. 1971, the Track 2, first twin-blade razor. 1989, the Sensor, spring-mounted blades. 1998, the Mach 3. The Mark III cost $750 million to develop. It was a masterpiece of industrial engineering, marketed with jet fighter imagery. At this point, Gillette owned over 70% of the global market. In 2005, consumer giant Procter & Gamble bought Gillette in one of the largest acquisitions in history. To celebrate, they launched the Fusion, a 5-blade razor. The world started to laugh. How many blades do you actually need? But despite the jokes, the Fusion was a cash cow. Gillette was at the peak of its power. In 2012, Dollar Shave Club uploaded a video that changed everything. They pointed out the obvious. Gillette razors were overpriced and the shopping experience was pathetic. Direct-to-consumer brands like DSC and Harry's stole the young demographic. Gillette was forced to slash prices by 20% in 2017, a move that signaled the end of their absolute monopoly. In a desperate bid to stay relevant to Gen Z, Gillette pivoted to social issues. The backlash was immense, but it showed a brand in transition. Today, Gillette is no longer just selling blades. They are selling skin health and sustainability through the King C. Gillette heritage line. Gillette taught the world how to buy disposables. Now, in an age of sustainability and digital disruption, they have to learn how to keep the world from disposing of them.